So, good morning, everybody. CDL Live, Facebook, just everybody that follows me, and that maybe just happens upon this video. I wanted to do a video real quick this morning because I've been thinking the last couple days. I know that all that's happening in this world right now is what Jesus said was going to happen. He told us about all this stuff in His Word. And it's not a time to be fearful, which I'm sure some are. But for God's people, we're not to fear. He's not given us a spirit of fear. He's given us a spirit of peace and sound mind and joy, love. So we're not supposed to fear. But I also want to just mention, I think that all this stuff that's happening, yes, I believe it might have something to do with God's judgment on this world. You know, maybe it's a grace. Has anybody looked at it like it's a grace? Maybe it's a grace to bring us to repentance. You know, God, He does stuff different than we do. We can't think of, you know, His ways because He's so much higher than we are. But when He told Noah to start building the ark, He didn't flood and kill everybody for 120 years. It took Noah 120 years to build that ark. So I feel like this is a time for God's people to share Jesus, to share the gospel with people. Maybe it's a way God's given an incentive to turn to Him. Maybe He's trying to put the fear of God in people. You know, He said He was going to do all this to show people that He is God. So don't be fearful, but know that God is the truth. God's word is the truth. He's coming back. Every eye's going to see Him. All knees are going to bow and confess that He is Lord. But just like the Old Testament told us thousands of years ago, way before He ever came, the Old Testament is all the story of the coming Messiah. Why Jesus came, why Jesus is coming, all because we're fallen. If you just look inside yourself and at the world around you, you can see that you are you're a sinner. The truth is, everybody is a sinner and falls short of the glory and righteousness of God. So, that's why He made this big plan. He planned all this stuff. He planned for Jesus to come and be the sacrifice. I mean, Jesus is a type of all the Old Testament sacrifices. Why did the Jews go through all that stuff every year? Why did they have the Passover meal, the slaying of the perfect lamb, and all that? It was to foreshadow the one and only true time it was going to happen. And it was God doing it, because Jesus is God in the flesh. He's the only one that could give a sacrifice that would please Himself, because He's righteous and we're not. There's nothing we can do that would make Him happy and satisfied in His perfect righteousness and His perfect justice. So, but Jesus could. So that's why God sent Jesus to be the Messiah, to be the Christ, to die on the cross, so that God would put His wrath on Jesus instead of on us. And then He raised from the dead, just like the Old Testament told it that He would. He raised from the dead, and now He sits at God's right hand. And for all who put their faith in Him, they will be saved. Jesus said, all who call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. But you must be born again. Jesus said that you must be born again to enter the kingdom of heaven, to see God, to all that. have to be born again. And God's Word does that in us. He is the Word. He does that in us. So when you put your faith in Him, you repent, you turn from your evil, you turn to Him for forgiveness, you confess your sins to Him, you ask Him to forgive you and to cleanse you from all unrighteousness. And He does it. And that's called sanctification. It's never perfected while we're on this side of heaven. Okay? But He does work that in us. From grace to grace. But anyway, we're being made into His image. And I think that this time with all this stuff going on, with everybody fearing and not sure what's going on, what's happening, I think it's the best time in the world for us believers to share the gospel. So, get out there and share the gospel, because I guarantee you, you might share a seed of God's Word with somebody today, somebody might water it tomorrow, but the whole time God's making it grow. God is doing the work in every person that hears His Word to make them new, new person in Christ. So, don't fear. All this stuff is supposed to happen. Just look up. Look up, because our redemption's drawn near. Bye, y'all.